So there are some definitions that are kind of core to understanding Bitcoin. And with any sort of technical subject, there's always kind of the jargon. So I really want to go through these terms and kind of break down what they mean. The first one that you'll hear when you deal with Bitcoin, or really any of the new type of cryptocurrencies, is this idea of a decentralized protocol. At its core, this means that instead of there being a Bitcoin company that runs and operates Bitcoin, Bitcoin really is just a set of rules that live out on the internet. It's called a protocol because, again, it's like if you follow these rules, then you can do this. So it's an opt-in system for essentially money. In the case of Bitcoin, that decentralized protocol is followed by people all over the world, both users who want to spend Bitcoin and earn Bitcoin. They follow the rules by running the wallet software on their computer. Or on the other side of it, you've got people who mine, and they're trying to follow a different set of rules, where essentially they're playing a game. You can think of it like a lottery or a global game of bingo, where every 10 minutes someone gets bingo, and that bingo is a block. And so there are different types of ways that people can participate, but the important factor is that they all choose to participate because they view it as being in their best interest to do so. So they feel like they can make money or do something that they couldn't do otherwise, or have more safety, or whatever their particular motivation is. They are choosing to participate as opposed to participating by default. And because of that, and because there is no central entity, it means that it's a very robust system, because you could have large sections of the internet go out. You could have, if there was a Bitcoin company and it was located somewhere, even 2 or 3 places, then those are distinct points of failure, where if something happened to the Bitcoin company, then something might happen to Bitcoin. But because Bitcoin exists in this weird sort of decentralized, nobody's really in charge of it, but everybody kind of gets to participate in it, fashion that these protocols develop in, it makes it so that there actually is very little risk to the protocol. There's risk to individual participants who use it, but to the protocol itself, there just isn't really much that can be done to it, because, as is often said, you can't hold a gun to algebra.
Right, exactly. So it becomes this almost like an organism, it becomes like an animal that's been kind of released into the wild, and now there's no way it can be put back in Pandora's. I guess I'm mixing metaphors, but
there's too many variables. Whenever you're trying to identify something, you really try to look for the points where it has the most, the most pressure, the most tension, right? Because those are the points oftentimes that will define it, because they define the largest challenges that it faces. And with Bitcoin, those challenges are all based around things that are not Bitcoin. Bitcoin at its core is actually very simple. It's just a set of rules. People can choose to follow it. The thing of it is that some of those rules and the way that especially identity works kind of conflict with the way that some of the regulatory environment in the world exists. So we're not going to get into that here. That's what we talk about on the show most of the time, it seems like. But the challenges that are ahead for Bitcoin are actually both helped and hurt by the fact that it just can't react because it's just a set of rules.
More than 300,000 users and counting trust blockchain.info. It's a Bitcoin wallet service and a wealth of Bitcoin information, and is completely free to use. With a blockchain.info wallet, you'll get the convenience of a web wallet and the security of a desktop client. Blockchain.info is also a block explorer. You can use it to see Bitcoin transactions in real time, check the balance of any Bitcoin address, and view many handy Bitcoin charts, all for free. See what they have to offer today at blockchain.info.